Brennan here, and I'm gonna give you a blueprint today that's gonna help you attract high-end clients month in and month out for as long as you choose to implement what you're gonna learn today. So my name is Brandon Northwick, and I am a full-time business coach consultant. And I've been in the industry for about 3 years now, and when I was operating my business without a highly educated sales process, I was making sales. You know, it's bound to happen, right? Every blind squirrel can still grab a nut. But what happened when I started to implement and utilize and maximize the funnel process, the highly educated funnel process that you're gonna actually learn today, I took my sales from basically, sporadic sales once every, couple weeks, maybe once a week pretty much, to we're now making sales every single day inside of our business. Now, when it comes down to being able to have leads come in and then being able to stay at track or in front of them and keep them engaged, that is a big issue. And a lot of people inside the business, they don't even know that a lot of the times it's gonna take 7 to 12 interactions before somebody actually buys from you. So if that's the case, how do we give them something different to see every single day? How do we keep them engaged? How do we actually help solve a bunch of their problems, right? Because the reason why I'm here in front of you is because I genuinely care. I genuinely want to serve you, and I want to give you the tools that you need so that you can go out there and just crush it inside of your business, right? But what I wanted to do today is give you an opportunity to just run with this. Take this, start implementing this, and make sure that you understand that sales is a part of the game. That you gotta be able to get in front of the people, you gotta be able to serve the people, and you gotta be able to give them a reason to buy. Okay, so what we wanna do today is go through the highly educated sales process that you're gonna be able to lead with today that's gonna fill some of those holes inside of your business. Okay, and I'm not just gonna hand you the manual. What I wanna do is I wanna walk you through this right now, okay? So let's go right into it. If you look at where everything begins, it all starts with wanting raving fans. We all need to have raving fans inside of our business for it to be a long-lasting, sustainable business, right? Well, how do we get that? The only way that I've ever seen happen is by giving value up front. You actually solving problems and genuinely helping people. That's gonna give people the incentive to want to become a raving fan and follow you all around wherever you go and really buy whatever it is that you're offering. And when you have, a few hundred or even 1,000 of those kind of fans, it's really hard to not have a thriving business. And it's crazy to say that, but it really only takes a few thousand of loyal fans to be able to make it happen. So, imagine that in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, by you just continually serving your market, you're gonna end up getting everything that you want out of that. And it's gonna be able to sustain long-term, right? And that's what we want. To build a raving fans, you gotta be able to, like we said, solve problems. So a lot of the things that are being taught right now are like this up here. It's just like this is the sales process for a lot of the new internet marketers and a lot of the people who are building their business and trying to bring it online. So whether you're an online entrepreneur or doing anything that has to do with sales online, this is most likely what's happening a lot of the times. You have a company capture page, meaning you have a company page where it is built by the company and it's asking you for, or the audience, right, the user is asking them, hey, give me your email address in exchange for a video, in exchange for a presentation, basically, okay? And that is it's converting, like as crazy as it is, that is converting. But what happens when you actually add value backed with more goodwill that is really valued? It disguises all the sales pitchiness and it lets you be seen as a professional, as an authority, as somebody who's here to genuinely serve. And so what we want to do is we want to cancel this out, okay? This kind of thing is no good. You do not want to have a company capture page sending them to a sales presentation that was, created by your company. That right there is very amateurish, and it's not going to get you the results that you want. If you don't care about branding yourself and you don't care about building a business and you don't care about being seen as a professional and attracting high-end clients, then believe me, don't worry about what I'm saying and just continue doing this part. But when you add what we're about to go through to this, it makes the process so much more enjoyable for the end user, which is the reason why we're in business. That's our customer right there. And so if we want to cut it, just so that I could be safe, so that anybody watching this, you might actually get one step better than what you see here, and you might see a thank you page. You might see a thank you page right in between there. So it's like a bridge page is what it's called, right? Bridge page, thank you page. And all it says is maybe a couple, hey, how's it going? thanks for watching my video, or thanks for opting into my list or getting the giveaway. Go check your email right now, and whatever it may be. And to see more about what I do, go ahead and click the button below. And that's a basic bridge video. And those things, that is not foolproof. There's still a lot of faults inside of that process. And what we want to do today is we want to plug all those faults. We want to make it to where you have everything you need to capture up to 90% of the people that don't buy from you, right? Because we know we're hitting a lot of people when we're promoting, and whether it's buying, paid marketing, or whether it's doing all things organic, whether it be SEO, SEO or social media or anything like that. But we have our stuff being seen by a lot of people, right? So we want to capture 90% of those folks, and you can when you implement this process. And so what we want to do is, in order to get the Raving fans to come from and to follow us, we're going to have to give them something that they want. So instead of sending them to a presentation basically and saying, here, check out my video, what we could say is, here's a video that solves a specific problem. Or here's a series of videos that solves a specific problem. Okay, that could be a giveaway. You want to always give your giveaways in the form of PDF, right? You want to have them in PDF, video, and you also want to have them, you can have them in ebooks. Okay, so you can have all those things set up just like that. And when you end up giving away value and you're sharing value, right? People don't have a problem exchanging anything with you. And so if they feel that they're going to get a fair enough of value in exchange for that email address, they're going to give it to you every time, right? And so the moment that they end up getting through to the giveaway, they're going to get placed inside your autoresponder. Now, if we go back up to the example of here, this right here is a company CRM, meaning a company autoresponder. Typically, that's how they work. Well, what happens if the company goes out of business? What happens if they, for some reason, shut down your account or suspend your account? I've seen it happen. I mean, what do you do at that point, right? What happens if it gets taken away from you? Well, you want to be in control of that. So you want to have your own database, and you want to be able to extract those leads onto a thumb drive every single day. So if you're using your company CRM, make sure that you are extracting and exporting all those leads every time that you get new ones, and then placing them inside your own database, so that if anything were to happen, you wouldn't lose anything, right? So when they get placed into your autoresponder, what happens next? They, at the same time, they're going to be taken to a video sales letter. Now, the video sales letter is going to be something that is teaching them a relevant topic to the giveaway that they opted into. So an example of this, okay? An example of this might be, let's say that the giveaway is 21 ways to get more, to double your traffic in 2016. Okay, so if that is the giveaway, we might teach one of those specific strategies that you talk about inside the giveaway. We might also talk about another kind of traffic. We might say, oh, here, if you got the download about that, I'm going to teach you how to get 5 leads every day from your blog, or 5 leads every day from your YouTube channel, whatever it is, okay? But you're going to want to teach them something relevant to that in which you gave away. So once you get that going, and the video sales letter is actually going to be done using a slide presentation, okay? Once you have the slides in place, you have the mechanics, you understand the psychology behind how to frame somebody's mindset so that when they're walking through a process and a set of things, that you can actually guide them to where you want to go. Well, the best way to do that is, for one, by understanding the psychology itself, right? And I help you out with that. But the best part is being able to see that you can get this done for you over and over and over and over again. So you only do the work once, and then of course we're gonna push this out. You're gonna want to push this out to as many people as you can, because what happens next is great. You end up having a delayed button that pops up. So what happens is, when they come to the page, it's gonna be just like the page you're looking at right now. And there's not gonna be a button inside. It's gonna be pure value. And then what's gonna happen is, the button is gonna pop up at a certain time whenever you start pitching the offer. Whenever you start presenting the offer to somebody who's on the other end, right, the end user, you're gonna end up making that pop up. And you can do that inside of your site builders, whether it be lead pages, ClickFunnels, Megaphone, Instapage. I mean, if you haven't checked out any of those, feel free to check those out and figure out which one works best for you. But they're very easy to build. Megaphone's probably the most simplistic. And if you're looking for basic usage, hop on Megaphone, okay? If you're looking for something a little more complex, you might want to go to like Unbounce or possibly ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels and Unbounce are probably the 2 most complex ones that I've seen so far. And once they go through your video sales letter, the very end of it, because the beginning part is going to be all demonstration. you're gonna be demonstrating to them goodwill, value, how to solve a problem, right? Once you get to a certain point inside of that video sales letter where you've already taught them what they were there to learn, you go into the pitch and you say, hey, look, what got me there is this. And then you mention your products, or you mention your team, or you mention your service, and you say, hey, look, this is what I can do for you. This is why it's good, and here's what you can do next. And you just let them know, look, here's the button, go ahead and click beneath, and it's gonna be the button that pops up right when you start talking about it, right? So it's gonna look super professional, really cool, and it's easy to get done. Once you show enough people of this giveaway, once enough people see the giveaway, let's ask you this. Go to your inbox if you're building a list right now, and go to your database and see how many people are opening up that first email, that very first email. Because what we're doing here is the standard kind of reply is the moment that they get into the autoresponder and they give you their email, they're going to receive the download, okay? So they're gonna receive the download that gets emailed to them right away. So if they opted in for the 21 ways to double your leads in 2016, the moment they give us their email, an email shoots to them, right? So that's how that works. The moment that happens though, they're getting brought to the video sales letter. Because we know that but maybe 50% of the people who are gonna opt in even open that first email. Which means what? They're there, they're ready to buy, but yet something happens and it keeps them from moving forward. So a lot of the people who are going to that point, let's say that they're even giving you fake emails. What happens if you actually get somebody to purchase from you or your service or be exposed to what you have to offer, and they're sucked in, right? And they're just like, wow, I gave this guy a fake email address and he's still giving me value. You're building goodwill. It's letting people know that you're not there to make the sale, you're not there for the buck, you're there for the value, right? You're there to serve. And when people get that kind of sensation, it's gonna make them want to purchase from you, okay? And so once they get through the giveaway, which has gotta be a kick-ass giveaway, by the way, it's gotta be a great giveaway for people to wanna give you something in return, right? So you make a great giveaway based around the problems inside of your target market, then you take them to a video sales letter. That video sales letter is gonna be designed by you, right? I have templates in place, you can plug and play, super easy, right? And you're gonna read through it right off the screen. You're gonna be animated. You're gonna make it enjoyable for the person to be able to listen and sit there for about an 8 to 10 minute presentation. By the end of that presentation, you're going to have a button pop up. It's gonna ask them at the same time to, hey, look, you know what, you wanna learn more, you wanna work with me directly, whatever it is that your offer is, click the button below. It's gonna take you to the next page where you can, finish out the process basically. Then it's gonna take them to your offer. There you go. Now you've got people directly seeing your offer without having to pitch them with this nasty follow-up sequence that I'd say 90% of people who are in business do with folks that opt into their list. They send them to a company page, right, company capture page, which directs them to a sales presentation. Now, if they don't buy, what happens? They get emailed the offer again, which is the sales presentation. They get emailed the offer again the second day, which is the sales presentation. And they continue that route and say, okay, well, if they didn't buy today, maybe they'll buy tomorrow. And without any value given, it's very difficult for anybody to see, why would I want to join? Why would I want to buy your product? Why would I want to, purchase your service if every day you're just telling me to buy without educating me on the fact of what I need to solve my problem? This goes for, realtors, lawyers, dentists, anything like that. Because if you're offering a service, if they are on your list, they have a specific problem. Well, teach them how to solve that problem without purchasing from you, and you're gonna create a raving fan base that is gonna lift your business up and skyrocket it, okay? So you see, I get excited about this kind of stuff. I love it. The next thing is, like we said, after the offer, this is what's gonna be a really cool part too, because if you can, right, the more people who are gonna see this video sales letter are gonna see your offer. The more people who see your offer are gonna purchase. That's when the money's made. That's when the money's made. Now, since the money is made, they're gonna get taken to a whole nother sequence, okay? This is called an ascension sequence, right? You're gonna be able to give them, place them in an ascension sequence that essentially upgrades them. So they're no longer gonna be given the original offer. Now, because they've already bought from you, they're gonna be placed on another list inside your autoresponder, right inside of your CRM, and that's gonna allow you to stay in contact with those buyers a different way than it will right here, right? Because right here what we're doing is we are offering a download, right? Because these people who opt in from the giveaway that never once click this button, the people who did not click this button, they get emailed a certain sequence. So if you mind you, this is why the green line is here. The green line is here as a contingency. So the moment that people get to the video sales letter, the folks that do click the button to see the offer, they get emailed a separate sequence of emails. The people who do not click the button get emails like this, which I've drawn out for you, which is the first email, which is gonna be the download. Second email is gonna be the offer again, right? Because we want them to see this again. So we're gonna go ahead and send them this video again. You see how that works? You're gonna send them this video because they never watched it, they never clicked the button, okay? So they didn't do what they were supposed to do. So you wanna give them that opportunity one more time. Then if they don't click it that day, it's gonna take them to Goodwill video number 1. This Goodwill series, okay, is gonna be 4 videos. So you can take this out as long as you want. You can make it 8 videos if you want. But you wanna take the Goodwill and give them more value. So imagine the video sales letter is gonna be about an 8 to 10 minute presentation. Well, the Goodwill might be about 12 to 15 minutes. And what it's gonna be doing is walking them through more milestones. So imagine if I have a problem with getting traffic, there's gonna be a series of milestones that you're gonna wanna take me through so that I can get more traffic. It might be Facebook PPC training, and then solo ad training, and then email marketing, and then maybe something else, right, with Facebook or something, right? You can always do milestone training, right? And so that training is gonna be done in the same kind of fashion, where it's gonna be a slide presentation, but there's gonna be more value given than in a video sales letter. There's gonna be more powerful information given so that at the end of that, it's gonna be treated the same as the video sales letter, okay? You're gonna end up offering them a chance to buy and give them an opportunity to purchase from you or your services. That is the way that this works. So imagine how different that is, okay? You have one thing being taught right here saying, take people to the company capture page, right? Because it's simple, and get the sales presentation. You're looking at a very short amount of people who are buying at that point. I think you're looking at about a 1 to 2% buy rate. You might get 40 or 50 people, 40% of people to opt in. That's true. That's true. You might get a 40 to 50, maybe even a 60% option rate from your company capture page. You could do that. I've seen it happen, right? I've been a part of things like that. But what happens on the back end? Do you get buyers? Probably not, because you're not showing them who you are. You're not showing them what are they getting? Why is it important for them to purchase from you personally, right? Whether it be a business, a service, a product, it does not matter, okay? It's gotta be a clear-cut, defined action that lets people know, hey, look, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. If something goes wrong with your purchase, I'm here for you. If you want more advice, I'm here for you. If you want to purchase something larger, I'm here for you. It's the same thing. You want to be there for them. And so this right here, which is company capture page, sales presentation, company CRM, offer. Where's the value? There's not one piece of value in that process. Not one. This one right here, to get me raving fans, this is gonna have a giveaway. Value. It's pure value. You're targeting people who have a specific problem and you're giving them a solution. Value. Then you have video sales letter, which is more value based off the value that they just said they enjoyed. So you're walking them further down, right? Then you have the offer, which is congruent to the video sales letter. So you could actually make a giveaway something that's totally not relevant to the offer if you're a good person, if you can transition. If you can make great transitions, feel free. I suggest that you stick with it in a fluid motion at the very beginning and just test the things that are inside of your niche. Test the things inside of your market, right? But you wanna go ahead and test this stuff. You wanna see how far can you make your reach, right? Once you get those target markets down, all you have to do is figure out what the problems are, identify them, and then give them a solution. Walk them through this process, and boom, you've got increased sales. And this right here will give you the high-end clients. Because what you're doing is you are attracting through your words, and the way that we have this all set up, you are only gonna be attracting the people who have money for resources, meaning advertising budgets, people who have 1,000 to 2,000 plus a month, to be able to spend on their business and invest into other people and invest in their education and invest in more products. So we're only attracting people with a business sense that says, you know what, it takes money to make money. I'm not gonna need to be, convinced that this is gonna be better for me. I'm a grown man or a woman, and you know what, I can make these decisions based off the betterment of my company, and that's it. Those are the folks that we want to attract for you, right? Those are the only people that you want to do business with, are the people that want to make their business work, okay? So this right here will attract high-end clients. This right here, it's gonna attract people who want you to do a lot of the work for them, who are gonna refund. It's gonna attract a lot of people who do not see business as business. So keep that in mind. Now that you've seen, the whole tutorial, and there's gonna be a button that pops up right about now. And it's gonna give you access to be able to deploy this thing with me. Okay, you have all the nuts and bolts right now. You got everything that you need to make this work. But what you get when you click that button below is you're gonna get an opportunity to get on a 30-minute Skype session or whatever form of video conference that you prefer. And we're gonna get together, I'm gonna go more into detail about what we have here, and then I'm gonna share with you a strategy to get you where you wanna go. So I'm gonna know more about you because on the next page, there's gonna be an application form for you to fill out. It's gonna be super non-intrusive. It's gonna be asking you basic questions like your name, your email, what company do you work for, what product do you sell, how much are you looking to really make in the next 90 days? And we wanna get together for that 30 minutes and give you that plan. Okay, so not only am I gonna go ahead and give you this right now to walk with, okay, this is a highly educated sales funnel right here. If you wanna take this and run with it, feel free. You have my blessing. I hope that we can connect somewhere out there in cyberspace, right? But all I wanna do is see you succeed. Now, if you want to have help deploying this, all you have to do is click the button below this video, okay? It's gonna take you, like I said, to a application form with some non-intrusive information to where we can actually get together and schedule your Skype session. Okay, this is gonna happen. I'll contact you within about 48 hours, and sometimes I get it done within 24, but I'll personally contact you within 48 hours, and we will set up a time for that 30-minute session. After that 30-minute session, okay, you're gonna either have the same opportunity, right? You're gonna be able to say, okay, I love this plan and I'm gonna take it and run with it myself. Or you know what, Brandon, I wanna continue to work with you. Okay, so that's gonna be my promise to you is at the very least, you're gonna be able to get off that Skype session with some new ideas and a plan to your success, a clear path to your success. So I appreciate you for watching. Go ahead and click the button below this so I can get with you as soon as 2 days from now and we can figure out a good time to get together. I appreciate you for watching.